Hello, how's it going? Happy Thursday. Hope everyone's having a good week so far. It's been a really nice, relaxing day for me, and I'm honestly, it's kind of been nice not being able to actually spend the day off and not think about having the looming threat of employment tomorrow. Like it's an actual relaxing day off work. Although I was working on a few things. Like I'm trying to catch up on like doing all the shorts work and stuff like that I have piled up. I've been so busy that I actually haven't been able to really get anything done. So like for those of you on YouTube, I'm sorry that I haven't really been posting anything within like over like the past almost week now, I think. Yeah, sorry. But I'm working on some stuff today and tomorrow, since I have tomorrow off as well. Though I'm just off this week alone, I might actually end up changing my stream schedule for next week, from the usual Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, so that way I can actually use those 2 days off to work on things. Because I did have the thought that I really do enjoy streaming and like stream stuff like that. So it'd just be nice, just kind of, I'll just fit them into my into some of the days that I work, so that way, you know, I can relax after a long day of work with everyone here, and just kind of hang out, you know. And then I can use my Tuesday, Wednesday as my off days from everything, and then use those to kind of work on like the editing and all that other fun stuff. I think it'll probably work itself out better that way, in terms of a healthy balance between my job, streaming, and everything else that goes outside of streaming. But besides that, I'm going to work on getting stuff ready for that Discord, so that way I can get that on the way. I just need to reach out to some people to help get that set up, and then I can work on some of the other things. But yeah, hopefully though, it's been a good week for everyone. Like this week for me has been actually pretty nice, besides the hot weather. I swear, there was one day, I think it was yesterday. It was either yesterday or the day before. I swear the weather just did like a big FU, because it's been like 42 degrees Celsius, 40 degrees Celsius, 38 degrees Celsius. It's been really hot. It's been super hot. Like in Fahrenheit, it's like anywhere between like 98 to like 102. It's been stupid hot. But there was one day, it was like, it started off like really nice and cool, and then it started raining. I was like sitting there, I heard the rain, and I was like, oh, that's so nice. It's going to be so, like, the temperature is going to be down. It's not going to be hot. It rained for like 30 minutes, and then the temperature decided to climb up to like 40 degrees Celsius, and it was just really hot and extra humid. And I'm like, what? Why did you have to slap me in the face like this? I've already been dying from the heat, but now you're gonna toss humidity on top of it. Like, I swear. So since it is a day that I don't have to, since it is an actual true day off for me and I don't have to work tomorrow, I can actually, this will be a day that I can actually stream a little bit later if I need to, because I am determined to take Radahn down. I want to finish this challenge so I could put this parry thing behind me. Like, I really want to put the parry thing behind me. So, hopefully, and I'm going to really hope that I can actually beat Radahn today. I was so close last week, I think it's doable. Like, I think it's very doable. Hey, Norel, how you doing? Wait. I think I'm used to seeing you in YouTube chat. I was just like, wait, it's like you're in Twitch chat this time. How you doing today? How's your week going? Oh, speaking of, there's actually something I need to turn on Twitch side. Where is it? Is this it? I forgot to turn this redeem back on. There we go. I forgot to turn the Thanos redeem back on from the Sword Online night. That's good to hear. Yeah, it's good to have you're having a good week. Like, hopefully it hasn't been like too hot for you, especially since you have to work outside and all that. Like, I have to leave my house to go to work, but like I don't have to actually work out in it. Like, it's mostly just going from place to place that I have to suffer through the heat. It's been raining a lot lately. That's good. I was actually just mentioning, like, on one of the days that I was out working, like, it was either yesterday or the day before. I think it was the day before. Like, the weather decided to slap me in the face because it started off really cool, and then I heard the rain, so it was raining. I was like, oh, nice. It's going to be really chill. It's not going to be really hot. But it only rained for like 30 minutes, and then the temperature decided to climb up to like 102 degrees Fahrenheit. And I was like, why you gotta slap me like that? Now it's hot and humid. Thanks. Yeah, I was like, bruh. Like, talk about like getting my hopes up. Like, thankfully, the only times I have to really deal with it is like when I have to travel to a new location. So, for the most part, it's majority of my suffering is like going out to my car that has been sitting out in the hot sun for like an hour or two, and I'm basically stepping into a hot oven. Just teleport. Oh man, I wish. Like, you ever see like those it's like those like questions, like if you could have any one superpower, like what would it be? My answer has always been teleportation. Just because it's like not like that teleportation is like super overpowered or anything. It's like just the sheer quality of life and being able to teleport places is unrivaled. Like, you could go across the world if you want to. I guess it depends on like the version of teleportation. There are different types of teleportation, really. Like, there's like the more scientific ones that you see where they basically tell you that like, yeah, you're being broken down molecule by molecule and reassembled molecule by molecule. But like some of the other ones that you see, like especially in like superhero movies, like they don't particularly explain like how they work. They're just kind of like, yeah, it happens. I think there's also ones too. It's not like particularly like teleportation. Like there's like some that's like you trade places with like an object. So it's like it's not really like a true teleportation. You're just switching places. You choose probably manipulation. Oh, like kind of like telekinesis kind of like manipulation. Hi Sniper, how you doing? We're just talking about like if you had any one superpower, what would it be? Flight, yeah, there are a lot of things that like in movies and TV it looks cool, but you got to think from the perspective like of you're just like any other moving vehicle. You have, yes, like you said, the wind would just destroy you, but also you got to think of all the little bugs that are in the air that are just going to be slapping you in the face. The superpower of safety and happiness. Like how would that work? Like is this like a Naruto Genjutsu situation where like everyone just thinks that they're happy and safe all the time, or like is it like true safety and happiness? Just to be genuinely in a good place. Yeah, that's always fair. A superpower that sounds good, but it's really good. Hmm. That's a really good question. Because like most superpowers, you think like they do have like negative drawbacks if you think about how you would apply to them like in an actual scenario. Because like even if you think of like a superpower like being able to read someone's mind, like you're just going to be overloaded with, especially like in today's current like scenario, you're probably, unless you can filter out the noise, like you're just going to be overloaded with the negative thoughts of so many different people. Make farts smell like strawberry. You know, considering that there's like a whole like pandemic going around of explosive diarrhea, I imagine there's probably a lot of places right now that would smell very much like strawberries. Like, have you seen the news on that? That there's like a parasite or some kind of bacteria or something like that on something like a parasite or a bacteria on vegetables that's causing explosive diarrhea, like like nationwide. Like if that was a superpower, like there would be a lot of places right now that would smell like strawberry. Like aggressively smell like strawberry. You would hate to have the power to create anything. Yeah, that would be kind of. Oh, you mean like what's that girl's name in My Hero Academia? The one that like has to eat and but it basically comes out of her body. Momo, yeah. Honestly, I kind of have like that kind of I do kind of have that appetite where I have to eat a lot because of my natural, my body's natural ability to burn calories. What? Chicken. Have you been eating chicken? Because I've been eating chicken. I actually just had wings today. So yeah, I have been eating chicken. Honestly, chicken's so good. I eat so much more like poultry than I do red meats. Lone Star ticks. Oh, I think I've seen like a TikTok or something like that with like someone trying to remove a Lone Star tick off their leg, and they were doing it. They were trying to remove it with like a lighter or something like that, but it was. I guess it was mentioned that like trying to remove a Lone Star tick with fire is technically bad because the fire could cause it to release more toxins or something into your bloodstream. If you get bitten, you can't eat red meat and dairy. So you're basically a vegan. You got bit by a bug and now you're a vegan. Yeah, true. You can still eat chicken and fish. I actually had a teacher once that was a vegan, but not by choice. It was something to do like he was lactose intolerant, and I forget why he couldn't eat meats or something like that. I forget the reason why he couldn't eat meats. But he was vegan not by choice. It was like an allergy or something. How good would Gideon's build be? I think someone has tried his build before. Like I'm pretty sure I've seen a video of someone trying Gideon's build before. Like with all the same spells. Like they had the new game plus to get it, but yeah, I'm pretty sure I've seen someone do Gideon's build before. It was pretty alright. Because it's not like he has terrible spells. Like his spells aren't terrible at all. In PvP, it probably sucks. Like, no lie. It probably sucks in PvP. But then again, like, spellcasters are pretty difficult to play in PvP. Especially if you're up against someone that's really good. It's a lot different than what it used to be with like Dark Souls, because like Dark Souls, like in Dark Souls, like spellcasters were pretty strong in PvP. Like I remember in Dark Souls 2, I think it was, hex builds were so strong, especially in PvP. Until they nerfed hex spells into the ground. That was sad. I made a hex build once and I was having so much fun, and then they nerfed it and I was like, "Aw, my fun." That was the last. That was like one of the last Souls games where I was very much participating in PvP. Since then, I haven't really been into that much PvP. It also had like one of my favorite builds too, because it had the build where I had like practically no armor, but I was power stancing the giant's great hammers. You needed 90 strength in order to power stance those. So I didn't really have a whole lot of wiggle room to put stats into anything else, especially for like carry weight. The person you work for is pretty chill unless he sees you slacking off, then you're cooked. I imagine so for any sort of outdoors work, especially like if you're in the house in the hot sun. He probably wants to get the job done and get going. Like, don't make me cook in this sun any longer, I'll cook you. My boss, like my supervisor, just changed this last week, so I don't know how he is. He seems kind of chill, to be honest. A lot more chill than my last one. My last boss is, for lack of a better term, a brown noser. Like, he really brown noses his higher ups so much. And so did one of my coworkers. He brown nosed him aggressively as much. He actually recently just got a promotion to like a team lead position or something like that, but in a different region, like a different area. He got promoted and basically moved to the same location that my old boss did. So they're still working together. And I'm like, you know, like, good for him that he got a promotion, but like, I can't stand brown nosers. Just don't like when you get stabbed by pointy plants. Oh yeah. One thing I always hated, especially, I haven't seen them as much recently. I don't. Maybe it's just because because they're not prevalent in my area. I don't know. Like, I don't know what other places call them. We used to call them stickers. The little like prickly weeds that are like very small in the yards. I hated picking those up. And you're just like, sometimes you'd be like, you go inside after walking through the yard, and then they'd be on your pant leg or something like that, and then you accidentally step on it. Then it gets all itchy. I don't know what those weeds are called. But growing up, we just called them stickers. But I haven't seen any in a long time. I just don't know if it's just because I'm in an area where they're not very prevalent or what. Yeah, pointed plants are annoying. That's why I don't like, even though roses are very pretty to look at, like, I just don't like dealing with roses because of all the thorns. Just don't know how to respond to most stuff. Yeah. I'm still on the fence on how I feel about my supervisor though. Like, 'cause like I'm hoping he's as chill as he seems right now. But I'm still kind of on the fence on how I feel about my current position with all the changes that are happening. So like, what are some very annoying plants that you have to deal with for your work? Like, there's got to be like something that's like really annoying to have to deal with on a regular basis. You gotta search it up. Like, I know for me, like, one of the things I have to deal with right now is there's like a tree growing along the fence line that I have to eventually go out and like uproot. Like, it's still a sapling, but like I still need to go out there and uproot it before it gets too big and it destroys my fence. I also have this, like, I forget what they called it. There's like this one plant that keeps growing and like it's like one of those plants that crawls up the wall. And it like grows like right outside like my front door. Like along, like it's somewhere between the front door and like the garage. And like, it's not poison ivy. There's another plant that does it. Because this one's not poison ivy. I'm trying to think of what this one's called. Like, I had a lawn care guy come out and like he trimmed it, and I've pulled it down a few times, but I have a hard time like just like straight up getting rid of it. I wish I could remember what it was called. But I definitely know it's not poison ivy. The funniest thing I've ever seen? Like in real life? Trying to think what would be the funniest thing I've seen in real life. I'd have to really think on that, because like I don't know if, like, I'm trying to think if I have any stories about something like really funny in particular. Because there was that one moment that I made into a short, was like I talked about that one guy that like I hit with a bottle cap with my driver. I wouldn't say that's the funniest thing though. Oh, you know, I don't know if this counts as the funniest thing I've ever seen, but there was this one guy I did see once. I don't know what was wrong with him. He must have been really drunk, or maybe just really on drugs or something like that. I don't know, but he was streaking down the main street butt naked with a 2-liter, like an empty 2-liter pop bottle stuck up his ass. And he was like screaming. I have no idea what was going on with that guy. I do remember, I don't know why I just suddenly remembered that. But yeah, that was a very, very long time ago. I just saw that and I was like, huh? I did not try to talk to him. He was sprinting down the main street. He wasn't stopping for anything. Like he was in the middle of the road. Like not on the sidewalk. He was like dead middle of the road. I wasn't going to try and stop that. Like for all I know, that guy was either drunk on drugs or he lost a bet. Or a combination of the three. But that is definitely not something you see every day. I don't even know if that counts as the funniest thing I've ever seen, but it's definitely pretty funny. And bizarre. You would have fought him for a Minecraft kit. But yes, what joke did you have? Hopefully I didn't make you forget it with that probably vivid picture. Why did a chicken cross the road? Hopefully not for the same reasons that guy did. To eat chicken. Eat chicken. All right, let me change the category real quick, and I can start taking a few swings at Radahn. I do want to finish this challenge today, like for sure. But yeah. I hope I could beat him before 3 hours. Like I was actually really close to beating him last week. Like I was really close to beating him last week. So I think it should be doable. We're starting off strong. And we're starting off a little weak. Get 0 gift subs because you're broke. I feel you on that. So I think my computer is lagging a little bit from the recording. Yeah, I think it is lagging just a little bit. Give me a sec. Okay. And let me try this. Okay. Should be fine now. I don't know why it does that sometimes. Gonna try and get Thanos stat. I mean, this guy Thanos snaps me already. Yeah, okay, that's better. I don't know why sometimes it lags like that. Nice, nice, nice. Ah, crap. Okay, it's fine. These are warm-ups. Oh, I forgot I could parry that. But only use legendary weapons? How would that run even start? Because there aren't like... What would be a legendary weapon that you can even pick up at the start? Oh, use mods? I guess, yeah. What was that one? There was like a one run I saw. It was like with Bushy. It's like you had to defeat the boss, but you had to defeat each boss with their own build. Like, that was an interesting video. Like some of those bosses would be really annoying to beat with their own build. Like break, what is her name? The spellcaster again. With how resistant she is to spellcasting, like spells. Rolana. Yeah, Rolana. With how resistant she is to spells, like trying to beat her with her own build, like would be absolutely awful. Right. I forgot. I almost forgot about the follow-up on that meteor attack. Crap. What is the parry timing for the upward swing? I keep getting it. I keep missing it. Gonna make a vid about this run, talk about it and show the gameplay. Does her armor do that? I can take that off. I've never properly looked at Letta's armor. Her chest. Slightly strength attack following a dodge roll or backstep as well as dash attacks. It does, actually. We could try it. It doesn't look like it's working. Unless it's like a very short duration, like it has to be immediately after. So it looks like it's about the same damage. But maybe it's a short enough duration where it doesn't work for the crits. Let me look. It might be too short of a like maybe the buff might be too short of a duration. Letta's armor. Oh, it has to be an attack that immediately follows. Okay, so it doesn't work for this particular like setup. So like if I were to crouch and then this, it would increase the damage of that, or if I dodge roll and do that, it would increase the damage. But it doesn't work. It's not a true buff. Okay. Unfortunate. It was a good thought though. Honestly, I didn't even know it did that. Can that attack just not be parried or something? Like, I thought I saw someone parry it. Either it can't be parried or I'm just missing the parry window. But I thought I saw someone parry it in a video. Crap. Maybe it's a different side. Maybe it was a different side swing attack. I don't know. Maybe. I was trying to experiment with a particular parry. That one. That was the one I swore I saw someone parry before, but I could be wrong on that. Maybe it's that side swing I've seen people parry. I'll just try not parry that one. Like, even though I can, like, poise through it. That's a weird distance to do to do that move. Ooh. I missed that parry. Some of these attack chains, like, if I can stop them with a parry, like, the second phase isn't that bad. It's like, if I can't stop them, then it gets pretty bad. Killer on my frames. Oh, man. I don't think I've seen him do that one before. ads. Well, by the time you're done with ads, hopefully I'll be in phase 2. Nice, welcome back. Went to the place with no ads. Well, technically they don't have ads. They do have ads, but they're not as bad as Twitch. Shoot. Hey, just guys, how you doing? Shoot. Okay. Damn it. Ah. We're getting there, we're getting there. Welcome back to Twitch side. Okay. But he can't parry that. I don't get to see him do that one very often, so that one kind of messes me up. Hey. Okay. Ah. Oh, fuck. I messed up. You like boats, but do you like trains? I like trains. I love the ASDF movies. They're so funny. Y'all, so you guys want to go skateboards and stuff? Maybe I should rewatch those just for fun. Like, it's been a while since I watched an ASDF movie. It was very shocking that they had like that one year where they just kind of came back out of nowhere and released one after what was like a 10-year gap. They went on hiatus almost as long as Kingdom Hearts did. If a streamer raided my stream right now, I'd panic. Why didn't that work this time? You know what? We'll use that for the use it for that part. I forgot that's kind of what I planned on using that for. This is kind of a whack run so far. There we go. Want to do the thing? Not that thing. Oh, that was whack. Okay. Take care. See you in a little bit. Come on. Welcome back. Okay, there we go. Did his standard opener this time. Okay. I missed that parry? Oh, come on. Don't do this one. Okay. It worked. Come on, be just enough. Be just enough. Oh no. Oh my god, we did it. Let's go. Oh, I felt my chest starting to beat out of my... I felt my heart starting to beat out of my chest for a second. Woo! Like, my chest is pounding. Isn't Ozbok supposed to be around here somewhere with his loot? Oh, when you rest. Right. Forgot, things change when you rest. Yeah, there he is. Honestly, one of the coolest sides in the game. Too bad you get it at the end of it. It is too bad you get that at the end of the game. But it is one of the coolest sides. Oh. Oh no, Damien. Yeah, we just got it.
Lord brother, I'm going to be a god.
My chest is pounding. Like you have no idea. You have no idea how much my heart sank when I got that one riposte and he had like a tiny pixel of HP left.
Promise me you'll be my
He had
consort.
the tiniest pixel. I thought he was almost dead. I thought he was dead. I was sitting there like, please, 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 please let it be. But no, there was a pixel.
I'll make the world a gentler place.
Ah. Yeah, I'm gonna upload this. If at least if anything, like at least as a short, but like if I might do like, I might even just do like a short video, to be honest, like just like a short 8-minute one or something. Honestly, same. Oh my freaking god. uh, have a good sleep, Norel. I am, holy crap, my heart is pumping. Honestly, like I thought I was for sure. I was confident I was going to get it today, but I was expecting it to take a little bit longer. Ascending to godhood, but you're a femboy. He knew what he wanted, though. He threw everything away for his purpose. Honestly, what I might do is just chill for the rest of the night. Maybe just play some Phasmophobia or something. I honestly thought that was gonna take me longer. I was like, I'm pretty sure I was gonna have a little bit more rust than that and probably clutch it towards the end of the night. But I didn't think it was going to be within the first, like, within an hour of starting. I'm glad I'm glad the Great Shield thing worked. Cause like I honestly don't know how to deal with that meteor attack. I've seen people dodge it. I just don't know how to deal with it. So I was just like, maybe if I equip the Erdtree Great Shield, I can just face tank it. So I'm glad that worked. Adket ran. You let Ronnie shape the Elden Ring. Ronnie's ending was the first ending that I got. I worked very hard to get that ending. My first playthrough of Elden Ring was kind of weird because I worked to get the Ronnie ending. Like I was exploring everything, like no guides or anything like that. I was doing a lot of exploration. Um, but I I got to a point where I wanted to save I wanted to save uh Melina. I didn't want her to die from sacrifice herself for the flame. And so I went out of my way to do the whole frenzied flame thing. Cuz like I had found the frenzied flame stuff and she had spoken about it. And in order to save so I went back and actually did the frenzied flame stuff to prevent her from like doing the deed on the tree, and then went out of my way to cure it with Melania and like the Dragon Lord, so that way I could finish the game with Ronnie's ending. It was a very long run. Lord of Frenzy, Flame embodies your chaos. Beat the game with only Crystal Dagger, no buffs. I've never used the Crystal Dagger. I imagine it's probably pretty decent. Like, my first run, I did it with the brick hammer that you pick up from Godric's castle. Like, I just picked up the hammer and stuck with it throughout the entire game. Mikla Needle, fun fact, don't need to kill Pasitisex. Oh, that's why you used it? Yeah, like I found the brick hammer and I was like, oh my god, this thing's just a rock on a stick. I want to use this thing. And that was my whole reasoning for sticking with the brick hammer. It's because it's just a rock on a stick. And then I pumped my vigor to 90 and leveled up some strength and just face tanked the whole game. It's surprising how much you can face tank when your vigor is like almost as big as a screen. Here, let me load up Phasmophobia. It's been a while since I played Phasmophobia, so it'll be a nice way to chill. Oh man, but and then I gotta change. Uh just block waterfowl and or parry or sleep pots. I forget how I dealt with Melania when I first fought her. I tried to dodge as much as I could. I'm pretty sure she gets poised pretty. Like, I know I definitely tanked quite a bit of things. So I definitely was fighting against, like, her healing. Like, I was fighting a lot with her healing. Oh man, it feels good too. Let me see. Can I change the category and stuff? I can. I was like, can it change the stuff on YouTube? But like, how does that work for the VOD? Hmm. Yeah, I don't know. I know you can use frost pots pretty easily against like Melania. I learned that like very later on that you can use frost pots to just interrupt her waterfowl, just because of her exceedingly low resistance to frostbite. So it is kind of crazy how much easier her fight is when you try to parry her. Like not like it's like super like not like that it's super easy, but like there's a lot of things that you just don't have to deal with if you can learn to parry her. The only thing you really have to watch out for is like the waterfowl dance and whatever that one aerial move she does in phase 2. Not the bloom, but the other one where she like summons a bunch of clones. It's like, woo, she has a billion active frames. Yeah. I did do it. We finished. We beat it. We have finished Consort Radahn. It actually took less than an hour today. I honestly thought I was going to I was pretty sure I was going to have to clutch it at the end of the night. I have not done there's a lot of bosses I haven't done just because they don't have parry frames. The Elden Ring like the DLC Shadow of the Earth Tree doesn't have a lot of bosses that are parryable. Like half of them don't have parry frames. Like Orphan, A Cause at Home, Bale, the tree, the sun, well, not the tree, but the sunflower doesn't have any parry frames. Mother of Fingers doesn't have anything to parry. Phantom Spirits? Are you talking about the one where he rains down stuff from the sky? No, no, no. I was talking about the Bale thing. But the Melania clone stuff. I was gonna say, like, is that really called Phantom Spirits? Yeah. The problem with that is that he he is actually too far away for me to reflect the spell back at him. Like even though it counts as a spell, he's actually too far away for me to reflect the spell back at him. Cause the projectile from the Erdtree Great Shield does have a range. Like I thought about it, but yeah, he's actually just too far away. And an Orphan of Cause doesn't have anything that can be parried, or not Orphan of Cause. I forget what that boss's name. It starts with a P. Um, Yeah, Putrescent Knight. I'm pretty sure he doesn't have an. I think when I looked it up, he didn't have anything that could be parried. Yeah. Texture says no. I'm pretty did I do like I've fought bosses that don't have parries, obviously, because like some of them are technically required, because like obviously like Elden Beast, like I can parry some of his spells, but a lot of his spells don't have a little bit too much range. Dancing Lion technically only had one skill that could be parried. Same with Commander Gaius only had like the one spell that could be parried. Because Dancing Lion, to be honest, I just treated it as a non-parryable boss. Like, I was not about to sit there and wait for him to only be in lightning phase to have a spell that I could parry. Because out of his three elements, is it 3 or 4? Dancing Lion. I think it's like 3. Out of his 3 whole elements, or 4, I don't remember. His lightning spear is the only thing that you can parry. Have a good night, Damien. Sleep well. If you're curious about if you want to watch the Radahn fight, the VOD will definitely be up, so you'll be able to catch it there. You need a mod that adds a slow parry on a huge shield. Big parry. Have a mod that has like the Erd Tree Great Shield, but when you parry something, it does the room wide AoE that Radahn does, the big circle one. Just pew. Did I even do Placidusax? I don't think I even did Placidusax. I did the Lich Dragon, but I didn't do Placidusax? Oh, well. This boss, though, Rilana was really fun to parry. Are you talking about Placidusax? Yeah. Too bad he doesn't have anything to parry. He doesn't have any projectile spells. I still can't believe Romina had Parry Frames. I'm baffled by that. Like, sure, she has a weapon, but I didn't think you could parry it. Like, I don't know. There's something about her being a bug woman. I was just like, yeah, you can't parry that, right? Yeah, she has parryable arms. Mija was actually really easy. Not gonna lie. Like, Mija was actually really, really easy to parry. It took me, what, less than 20 minutes to beat him? Versus this a-hole that took me 4 whole streams. It's just really funny because it's because that you shut down so much stuff with parry that it's a pretty bland fight. There's so much stuff that you just shut down because you parried it. Basically, it's because he does so many like like I think all of his sword swings has a parry frame. So unless he's doing like his face laser or something like that, which would require you to be standing pretty far away from him, he's always got something you can parry. Though it's kind of weird that like with Radahn that you can't parry anything for Star Scourge Radahn, but you can parry like half the things that Consort Radahn does. Like I get that Star Scourge Radahn is quote unquote on a mount, but like could you at least let me parry him? Star Scourge is a feral beast. Yeah, screw it. Here, let me load up Phasmophobia. We'll just chill for the rest of Phasmo. I don't know how to deal with that on YouTube's end, to be honest. I may chat for a little bit, and then I might just go ahead and cut the YouTube stream early, just so that way I don't have to worry about it having two separate games with one thumbnail. I honestly don't know how YouTubers streams deal with that. Like if they play more than one game. That might be something I research into. So I don't know how they deal with it. They just don't. They just play the one game. I mean, that's fair. They might just play the one game for the 3 hours. Like which I would have, because well, the thing is that it's less of a problem with the stream itself, because with the stream I can change the game category and I can even change the thumbnail. But the problem is that I can only make have a thumbnail that oh, the interface? Yeah, because like if I go into like the edits and stuff like that, like I can change the game, I can change the thumbnail of the stream and stuff like that. But the problem is that like if it's two games in one stream, like the thumbnail's not going to accurately represent what I'm doing. So I'd have to like make a more neutral thumbnail. Because the thumbnail on YouTube is very much, I'm going to fight Radahn and he is going to go down. Yeah, neutral or custom thumbnail. It's okay. Like I've been streaming technically for almost about 2 hours now. So like I'm sure it'll be fine. I am going to be changing my stream schedule next week though to give myself better time management for some stuff. That way I can actually like better time management for like video editing and as well as like streaming in general. Because now that my days off from work have changed, I'm going to change I'm going to change things up a little bit. I don't think my workload is so significant that I can't just stream 3 days of the weekend anyway. Well, 3 days of the weekend exclude barring Sunday. So like pseudo weekend, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. But yeah, I'll need to get with you about the Elden Ring bingo because I need to figure out with you how to set it up because I think you're the only one between the two of us that even knows anything about how that's set up. I think, yeah, download their stuff and see if it works. It'll probably not be next week, but the weekend, but the week after, because like next week might be a busy week for stuff because there's the Phasmophobia update next week, and what is it? There's the Phasmophobia update next week. It's a QOL update plus they did like a whole rework of the Willow Street map. So going to be checking that out, and then there's the and then Halo again has early release next week as well. But I got to do Halo again. And then they'll do Halo 2 again. And I could do Halo 2 again. Halo 3 didn't get a remake, so it'd just be Halo 3 again. There's like a floating rumor that they're doing full remakes of the entire trilogy. It's not confirmed that they're going to do 2 and 3, it's just a rumor. But there's already a lot of games coming out this year that I'm going to be excitedly playing. One of them being Silent Hill Townfall in September. Silent Hill Townfall comes out September 28th, I think is what it is. Which is interesting because it's the first Silent Hill game that's going to be played in first person. I actually had a pretty nice chat about like Silent Hill stuff like the other day. I always love like talking about Silent Hill. I'm really excited for them to do the Silent Hill 1 remake though. Because it's being made by the same studio that did Silent Hill 2 remake, and they did such a good job with 2 remake that I'm very excited for what they do with 1. I don't know how many of the Silent Hill games they're planning on remaking, though. Like, 1 and 2 is probably more than enough if they're going to do remakes. Because those were, like, kind of like the most popular ones. I know there was like this whole thing about people were giving Konami crap about selling a limited collector's edition of, I think it was like the Silent Hill Memories one that was on the PlayStation Store, because that one was like a free one that you can download on the PlayStation Store, and they're selling a limited edition physical copy of it just recently. And it's like, I mean, it's a limited edition. You don't have to get it if you don't want to. If you just want to play the game, just go play it for free. Like, why are you complaining? But then again, with the announcement of whatever, them going full digital or whatever, like, what happens if you lose access to like your account, or they remove it and you're not able to download it again. Like, how are you gonna play it now? There you go, physical copy. It is really funny that they're still being cooked over their PR announcement of going full digital. To this day, they are still being cooked. But all right, let me go ahead and end YouTube stream. So those of you that were watching on YouTube, sorry that I'm not going to be streaming the full 3 hours, but I will be back on Thursday. It'll be a comfy stream. We're going to be doing the crime scene cleaner. So I'll be back at the usual time, 8 o'clock. That'll be actually a full stream. So I'll see you guys later. But I am planning on changing my stream schedule for next week. So instead of streaming on Tuesdays, that will be moved to Fridays starting next week. And then that'll be my usual stream schedule going forward. But yes, have a wonderful night. And that's when YouTube. I'll see you guys again next time. If you're wanting to stick around and watch some Phasmophobia, I will be still live on Twitch. Bye-bye. Take care.